Hey, Gabriel here. I have a new kind of video for you guys. I've recently gotten Oculus Quest 2, which to some of you who don't know, is a VR system that is advanced and really fun. I highly recommend it. And along with it, I got a few games. One of those games is called Red Matter. It's one of the biggest games in VR, and I immediately got it when I got the chance. I only played a small amount of the game, and I already got enough information to make a theory. Yes, you heard me right. This is a theory video. I got inspiration from game theory, and I've always wanted to make something like this. And now it's time to get to work. So, of course, there's a story to this. I will admit it, I think the story is one of the coolest things and most interesting things ever in video games. It was what made me want to play it. The story starts out like this. Humanity's right now in the middle of a Cold War. The two superpowered countries who were competing were the Atlantic Union and the Volgravian Republic. I believe, through looking through the info and evidence, that the Atlantic Union is the USA in Red Matter, and the Volgravian Republic is the Soviet Union, or Russia, in Red Matter. I'm confirming this. It's all in the evidence. There's no way that I'm wrong here. Why did I add that part? Can we cut that? That's just ridiculous. I have no idea why Their technology was advanced enough that they were able to make bases on the moons of other planets in the solar system. Right now, the agent I'm playing as was sent to investigate an abandoned base and find some secret information for the side I'm on. I'm assuming I'm with the Atlantic Union. I'll explain later. Let's take a look at the 1900s. After World War II, the United States and the Soviet Union began to get competitive with each other. The scenario here is that America was all, I'm the best country in the world. I made nuclear weapons first, and I'm a democratic country. And Russia responded with, no you're not. I'm the best. Not only because I'm a communist country, I can easily make advanced technology. And bada bing bada boom, we got ourselves a Cold War. Future Gabriel here. I should let you know that while I was reviewing the video, I've noticed that I said the Soviet Union and Russia. Now, to those of you who don't know, and that's okay if you don't, but Russia is part of the Soviet Union, or was part of the Soviet Union. They were the main country, but the Soviet Union really was a bunch of countries into one. They were like a big alliance. So, when I say Russia, I mean the Soviet Union, but if we're just going to be honest here, I should be saying Soviet Union. So, just know when I say Russia, I mean Soviet Union. Sorry. Back onto the video. The Cold War was just like in Red Matter. It was a time of the advancement of technology, and Russia was able to make nuclear weapons and be the first country to send satellites and people into space. America soon followed to stay at the same level or ahead of Russia to maintain dominance. It was definitely not a good time for the world. Not only did people have to be aware that they could literally be annihilated in hours, it was a time when the countries wanted to expand territory and ideology. But what does that have to do with Red Matter? I'll show you. Even though I played like a small amount of the game, I am able to gather enough info and details in the game, along with Easter eggs, to make up a theory. And side note here, I just want to take a minute to acknowledge the beautiful and detailed graphics to the game. Seriously, the landscapes and just basically everything was amazing. The realism, it's I can't believe we're able to make this stuff. It's amazing. I love it. Great job, devs. Anyway, I was able to look at all the evidence, and there's a lot of weird stuff going on here, and we need to start at the beginning. Now, next transition! We begin in a pod orbiting one of Saturn's moons. We soon crash and wake up unharmed. We're able to get directions from a man who is able to keep track of where we are and help us do our objectives. While you play, you're equipped with some machines attached to your hands. The right arm stays as a claw, but the left arm can be a claw, a flashlight, and a translator. The translator is important because we need to translate everything in the base. This leads to something we need to know first. Are we investigating an Atlantic Union base or Volgravian Republic base? The man doesn't exactly say, you are investigating a Volgravian base or Atlantic base. But we do know that the signs are written in Volgravian, like they said, and we can see many symbols that represent the Volgravian Republic. And also, since the man is speaking English to me, and I don't think that's just a game mechanic, if they're parallel with America, it's gotta be the Atlantic Union we're with. So, yeah, we got that down. When we entered the base, we could immediately see that 5 people were in the base. The reason I'm mentioning them is because they are the heart and soul of the story. They each have their own jobs, and they have different situations that happen to them. I entered a room where they store their suits and where their lockers are. The reason I'm mentioning their lockers is because they are what kickstart the mystery. The 5 people each have their own symbol to represent what role they have in the base. The first person is named Nikolai Maturin. He is the security guard and most likely the man in charge of everything in the base. In his locker, there was only a document that our translator couldn't read because of security reasons. Over time, more evidence is shown of Nikolai being in charge because we're able to see posters of him in the base. Next, we got Olga Krayeva. She's in charge of communications. In her locker, there were 2 tanks of gas, oxygen, and nitrogen. This is something I can't answer for. If this person is in charge of communications, why are there 2 tanks inside? Why? Could it mean that she forgot her tanks and was trapped inside the base? I seriously have no idea. Third person, Sasha Riss. She's the quantum scientist. I'm just going to call her that, a scientist, because I can't say the word. Was it physician? No, that's wrong. Just say scientist, Gabriel. In her locker, there were only 2 pictures of a cat and a single red chess piece. That's interesting. We're going to put a pin on that because this is going to be a big piece to something later. Number 4, Irina Serova, the biologist. In her locker were only pictures of flowers, some candles with a note, and it said, Irina, I hope your death gladly serves so that we can all combat the red parasite that killed you. First question is, who made the note? I'm wondering who did it. I had questions pop up in my head with that. I'm pretty sure we'll figure out soon. Okay, last person. Yes, we have one more character. Stas Volkov, the engineer. There was only an ID card which we scanned to access the rooms in the base. He is a huge part of the whole thing that's going on in this base. We'll get to the details soon, but in the room, we're able to see where the spacesuits are. The first one is Irina's. We already got confirmation that she is dead, and it makes sense her suit's not being used. But there is a second suit, Stas. This is interesting. If Stas didn't put on his suit, he's most likely still in the base. There is no way he's outside of the base, because it's a moon orbiting Saturn. Come on, there's no way I have to explain this. After looking through the locker room, I went into an elevator and was taken to level -1. A power outage occurred for some reason, and I need to enter a power room to activate the reactor. I opened the door, and I entered the room to see this. Yes, you are seeing this right. The glass was hit by a bullet. Not only did I see a bullet hole, there is, let's just say this got a little messy. Already, I had questions pop up in my head. Who did this? And who died? Already we know 2 people are dead. Irina and someone else. I did some looking around. I was shocked to find something on the ground. A photo of Irina and Stas. I know it's them, because on a billboard, there's a photo of Irina being missed, and I scanned Stas' ID with his photo on it. It's now confirmed. Stas is dead. I'm actually pretty sad about this. With Irina being killed by some red parasite, and Stas being shot, we now know there are only 3 survivors left, and they most likely escaped, or something happened. I don't know. We now have our first question answered, who died? But now the second question is, who killed Stas? Well, it's obvious that there are only 3 suspects who killed Stas. Nikolai, Olga, and Sasha. Let's talk about why they could be the culprits. We need to remember that this was a gun attack. Someone literally used a gun to tragically murder Stas. We know they have weapons. And what person has access to weapons? Why not the security guard himself, Nikolai? Not only is he a possible leader of the base, he's a literal guard. It says so in the name. Security guard. It's Security Guard 101. They would have access to weapons. I always see a pistol with a police officer, so it makes sense. Why would he do this? Could he be doing this for revenge? Maybe he needs to kill him because he's becoming a threat to the Volgravian Republic. But he could be innocent. What about Olga? Could she be the culprit? There's not a lot of info on her. She's in charge of communications. Not exactly something that would scream murderer. So Olga being the culprit? But it would be a fun twist. And I love a good twist. Last is Sasha. Sasha is an interesting character. Unlike Olga, she is someone who's made me feel very, 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 very suspicious. I'm sorry, I'm looking through my notes. What did we say about Sasha again? Oh yeah. Not only does she have a red chest piece, it's just something about her locker and everything. It gives me this dark and easy vibe. And also, I probably should have mentioned this earlier, but when I entered the base, in the entrance, on the wall, there was graffiti art of a red chest piece. Why is that there? You have something to tell us, Sasha? I'm looking at you. Yes, I'm looking at you. So, Is she a likely suspect? Of course she is. She's doing a lot of sketchy stuff in this space. But why? And is it her? Who knows? Even though our killer remains a mystery, we do come across a very interesting and extremely terrifying appearance. And let's stop there. Yeah, I know. I need to stop. This is already 15 minutes. Or 16? I don't know. But thanks for watching this. More will come out soon. And see ya.